The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by
Mingy Beef Jerky,
P-Rats, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Crown Trophy, Sutherland Chevrolet, Prep Spin, Double Dogs, and by UK Sports Medicine.
Hello, I'm Gary Ball, your host of the Scholastic Ball Report. As always, we'll have a feature from WKYT from around the state. The Roberts Insurance Team of the Week, Tates Creek Track and Field with Jonathan Hawks, the coach, and a player, Senator Clay. From Nicholasville, we have the Sutherland Chevrolet Driver of the Week with some more great sports action. The Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete is Andrew Witherington, a track and field member and football player from Tates Creek High School. The UK Healthcare Medicine and Sports Medicine trainer is Jenne Deangelas from Frederick Douglass High School. But we know what you want. You want the best highlights in the state. We got them. It's game time with Brian Milam, Lee K. Howard, Lindsey Goff.
The boys' Sweet 16 semifinals tipped off this morning with Lyon County and top-ranked Great Crossing. Between them, a record of 70-4. Great Crossing delivers the first punch when Jeremiah Godfrey gets the rock, slams it home. Steve Page needs some defense, but Travis Perry had other ideas. The corner three from the future Wildcat, it falls. Outstanding passing again in the corner to Perry. Mr. Basketball had 24 on the day in the third. The Lyon County lead grows to a dozen. Perry had 4 3-pointers on the day. The number one team in trouble. The Hawks get going in the fourth quarter. Malachi Moreno, a force on the boards. A 7-footer gets the putback. Gage Richardson hit some huge 3-pointers for the Warhawks, but he had 16. It just wouldn't be enough. Great Crossing loses its first game against a Kentucky opponent. Lyon County wins it 58-49. Harlan County and Evangel Christian playing to see who would face Lyon County. Trent Noah continued his incredible performance. The three at the first half horn. Black Bears lead 32-30. In the second half, Noah again, the South Carolina commit with the three. The lead grows to 8. Noah's cousin, Maddox Huff, gets into the lane on the hop, hits the floater. Then Huff slides past the defense with another runner here. 2 more of his 15 points. Noah's only assist comes in the fourth quarter to Reggie Collette. The one-man hairband with the basket and the foul right there. Harlan County is the first 13th region team in the final since Clay County in 1988. 55-47 the final there.
For Taylor County High School junior Abby Oliver, wrestling is a lifestyle. She's been wrestling since the 6th grade, but this is her first regional competition.
I don't think women's wrestling is recognized enough because it's such a small sport right now, and it's getting so much bigger because we just got sanctioned in Kentucky.
This is the first year a regional competition for girls has been held in the state. Before then, girls would compete within their weight class, and that often includes having to wrestle men. Taya Allen is used to being one of the only girls on her all-male team.
Like mind-blowing to me because we went from just 2 girls on the team to like a whole team going to regions today.
And some of the girls competing today say they couldn't be on this mat without the people that support them.
I look at all these girls as like my extra daughters.
Wrestling coach Matthew Stevens says that while his girls' team is fairly small, he's seen more girls joining because of the lessons learned on and off the mat.
Like, you can be confident, just don't like act cocky about it. Like, because once you start acting cocky, that's when you start losing.
In Mount Sterling, Julia Narvaez-Manguia, WKYT.
Hello, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report as we honor the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week, Tates Creek Track and Field Team. With us is Tates Creek coach Jonathan Hawks and Senator Clay. Welcome into the show, Coach.
Hey, thank y'all for having us.
Well, you've just begun the 2024 track and field season. Have you set personal goals for the team this year?
I ain't set any personal goals for them. I always look at it because it's such a long season where we start, working out in December with the guys and the girls. And so I look at it like, I want to make sure I slow cook my training and be prepared at the end of the year. I'm always trying to make sure at the end of the year we're at our best. So at the beginning, I like to call it slow cook.
Well, describe the makeup and experience on your team. You hit on experience a little bit there earlier.
Yes, sir. When you think about guys like Senator Andrew Witherington, these two young men, along with Kiana Walker, and you got some other guys, especially on the distance side, um, that have been with me for the past 3 to 4 years. Senator's been with me, as a football player, and he's trained with the track team, and this will be his actual first year really competing at a high level in track, and so. Um, with him getting ready to leave and go to college, when you talk about that experience, he's came in year one and already is, one of the top 200-meter runners coming into the outdoor season. He placed, I want to say, sixth place in the indoor state meet that we had a few weeks ago. And so he's already coming onto the scene and doing some special stuff already in track. And Andrew Witherington, he placed eighth place in the 400 for the first time in indoor state. So just the experience on the guy's side, and then bringing Kiana Walker back on the sprint side, and Ashton Harris, who's a thrower, Forrest Gago, and Katie Swagger. All those kids right there are older people that can carry this group of young people that we have on the team. They can carry those guys and girls and really do something special this year.
Senator, you're part of a core of students that has elevated Tates Creek in the sports picture. What does that mean to you, knowing that you've elevated Tates Creek?
It means a lot because I've got people looking up to me. I have a younger brother. He looks up to me. So trying to show people they can do it, be on the right path.
Senator, do you have a favorite track and field memory at Tates Creek?
I would say memories is coming to practice, getting some work in with the teammates as long as I can before I head off to college.
Tell us about those college plans you have.
Yeah, I'm going to West Virginia State, play football.
That's great. Would you like to continue participating in track and field in college?
Yes, I would love to. I have to talk to the coach down there and get that situated.
Yeah. Well, how'd you get involved in track and field to begin with?
Well, Coach Hawks, he always wanted me to come run track. I was in baseball and stuff, so had to let go of baseball, come get fast for football, for track.
What events do you participate in the most, and what do you work on the most?
As of right now, I'm running the 60 and the 200, but outdoors coming, so I would have to transition to a different event.
And did you set personal goals for yourself this year?
Yes, sir. For the 60, got to get my times and stuff down. The 200, got to get my times down.
Gotcha. Well, Coach Hawks, thank you for being on the show today. And Senator Clay, we really appreciate it. And looks like it's going to be a good season at Tates Creek.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Gary, for having us.
Yes, sir.
That's Jonathan Hawks and Senator Clay on the Scholastic Ball Report. That's Roberts Insurance Team of the Week. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report. Hello, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report as we honor the Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week. He's Andrew Witherington, a track and field participant and football player from Tates Creek High School. Welcome into the show, Andrew.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Let's talk about your family. Who influenced you to play sports there at Tates Creek?
Yes, sir. So my dad is my biggest influencer. He pushed me a lot growing up, pushed me to be a 3-4 sport athlete in middle school, and always taught me to work hard for things, to keep my schedule busy to keep me going.
Well, you play two sports there, football and track and field. Do you have a favorite sport?
It's close, but I have to give it to football. I've played football since I was 4 or 5 years old, so I've been playing that the most.
Well, it's now track and field season. So
Oh yeah.
what do you like about the track and field?
So I like the intensity and focus you have to be able to run. It's so much more mental than physical, and you have to have sound technique. There's just a lot more that plays into track that than most people really think.
What events do you participate in track and field?
So my main event is the 300 hurdles, but I also run the 400, and then I run all the relays: 4x4, 4x2, 4x1, and then I run the 200 here and there. So.
Have you set any goals for yourself this year?
Oh yeah, I set a lot of goals. My biggest one this year that I would love to achieve is to win state in 300 hurdles, and then take 2 or 3 relay teams to state. Help try to get some gold medals or some silver medals at state or some relays. And then win a region would be really cool too. Go out on top. That'd be fun.
And what's your favorite thing about being on the track and field team at Tates Creek?
We got a really good community. Head coach is amazing. So being around him, being around the team, that really lightens my day, lightens my mood a lot. And then the success that I've been able to have, God-given success on the track that's been really a true gift, and it's been really fun to have. And then the teammates that I've had, it's been truly fun to be around.
Let's talk about your academics. You're a good student with a GPA of 4.4. And what's your favorite academic area or subject?
If I had to choose one, I would say math. The numbers, I like numbers, but I like doing the kind of health sciences as well.
How do you think playing sports has helped you in the classroom?
Playing sports, you have to have dedication and hard work, and stretching yourself or being able to plan a schedule out really helps you learn when to do homework, when to get things done in the classroom, helps you focus because you have to have a drive in sports. And if you apply that drive in school, then you'll be able to get your schoolwork done, be able to get things done in the classroom.
Well, thank you, Andrew, for being with us on the show today.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you all for having me.
That's Andrew Witherington, the Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Let's take a look at our Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. Remember the name Grace Bourgois from Danville Christian. She had a field day against Rockcastle County in the girls' 12th region semifinals. Bourgois with the steal. All the way in for the layup. She had 30 points, at least 8 block shots, and more than a dozen rebounds. As Danville Christian advanced to the region final, congratulations, Grace Bourgois. You are the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report for the UK Healthcare and Sports Medicine Athletic Training Tips. Today we have athletic trainer Jenne Deangelas from Frederick Douglass High School. Welcome to the Scholastic Ball Report, Jenne.
It's good to be here. Thanks for having me.
So Jenne, talk to us. This is National Athletic Training Month, and talk a little bit about that, how it's celebrated.
We can do several other things. Social media is a big one now. So there's a lot of just organizations and even us at UK Ortho that we just like to take the time and recognize those athletic trainers for all the hard work that they do and their dedication. And I know a lot of us know the hours aren't exactly what everyone would want to have. But again, it's just a time where we can thank them for all the stuff that they're doing. And a lot of it is behind the scenes. You don't always see what they do truly on a day-to-day basis. So it's just really 1 month out of the year where we can really encompass how much they mean to us as an organization within UK and just to all the schools that we're contracted out to as well.
Talk to us a little bit about the UK Healthcare and Sports Medicine involvement with recent boys and girls Sweet 16 basketball tournaments at Rupp Arena. Those are very big events. They're not at your home school, and I'm sure there's a lot that goes into it. So things like how many trainers are involved in that?
We try to do about 8 shifts. So there's one athletic trainer at least per each of the sessions that we have. We also have a physician that's there, and then myself or somebody else, just to kind of make sure everything goes smoothly and we're able to communicate with the KHSAA and their staff. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that we're glad that the fans don't have to see and recognize, but making sure we have the emergency action plan scoped out, making sure we touch base with EMS that's on site, making sure the athletic trainers that do get to come understand that and know where we are and what supplies we have if they've forgotten something. And then if they can't come, so if the school does have an athletic trainer that can't be there due to a spring sport conflict, we are there to step in and make sure that those student athletes get taken care of. And on the flip side of that, if the schools don't have an athletic trainer, they will have one and they will be serviced by us when they come to play at the Sweet 16. So it's kind of an opportunity for us at UK to touch a part of Kentucky or parts of Kentucky that we don't typically get to touch and serve. So for us, it's pretty cool to be able to get everybody in one spot that maybe has an athletic trainer or doesn't, but we make sure that they all have that same standardized level of care when they come to the Sweet 16.
That's great. I mean, what a great service, for these large events like the Sweet 16 tournaments. Let's shift gears a little bit too. Talk about during these particular events, you had the comeback athlete presentations. Talk a little bit about your involvement in that.
So for us within UK as a healthcare organization, again, that's our area is to serve those student athletes. And we've been doing this for several years now, and Rob Ullery was one that kind of heads it up. But there's a committee of athletic trainers across the state, and people can nominate a male or a female. And we just wanted to kind of encompass something that perseverance and grit and determination. And it just showed that, yes, there are obstacles and injuries happen, but we can kind of gives us an opportunity to put one athlete, again, it's voted on by a committee. So we read the stories, all of them that get submitted, and that committee votes on the male and the female, and we recognize them, male at the boys Sweet 16 and the female at the girls Sweet 16 championship games. So it's been cool to read the nominations and see just how diverse it is. And some of the things that these athletes have come back from or just kind of pushed through has been really, really cool and humbling to experience. The girl from Nicholas County had a prosthetic leg. And I remember telling the stories that I was watching a basketball game and I didn't even notice until about 10 minutes in, because she was just, you would never know. I mean, on the ball or on the floor diving for balls and just super gritty and super determined. So it was really neat to kind of see that come full circle.
Well, those presentations, I was there, and they're very inspiring. They really are. These kids, they want to participate, and despite injuries and illnesses, etc., they can come back, and a lot of it has to do with UK Healthcare and the fine athletic training staffs that you all put forth.
We do our best, that's for sure.
Well, thank you, Jenny, for being on the Scholastic Ball Report this week.
Thanks for having me, Bridget.
A dream matchup in the finals of the KHSAA Boys Sweet 16 in East versus West, Harlan County and Lyon County, both schools seeking their first state title. The leaders of these two teams, Trent Noah for the Black Bears, Travis Perry for the Lions, a crowd of over 13,000 inside Rupp Arena. Noah gets the first highlight. This three made it tied at 8. The fireworks underway. Back comes Perry at a separation from the defender. Hits the three. Mr. Kentucky basketball was not finished. Harlan County goes to Reggie Cottrell, number 1 on his jersey, number 1 in the hair department, 3 from right there in the corner. The Lions extend their lead when Perry extends his range into Tayshawn Prince country. It's a 30-footer right down the middle, 17 in the first half for the future Wildcat. Just before the break, Maddox Huff from downtown, 36-30 Lyon County at intermission. We go to the fourth. Noah would connect on his last basket. It ties the game at 48. He would finish with 17 points. The Lions were phenomenal in the fourth. Jack Reddick, the lob to Lucas Breedlove for the dunk, extends the lead to 8. Hartland County with one more run up the deep triple. He had 24 points. It's a 5-point ball game. Reddick would seal the deal, the senior, with the floater in the lane for the first time in school history. Lyon County, your state champion, 67-58.
Well, that's our show for this week. Join us next week for another great show. But special thanks to our Scholastic Ball Report team. Pressman's King of Stream, William Moorfield. Joel Clace, our director of WKYT. Executive producer, Bridget DeVries. And the KYT sports staff, Brian Milam, Lee K. Howard, and Lindsey Gall. Well, that's the show. Thanks for being with us, and join us next week. Remember, for those you see and you don't see, keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by Mingy Beef Jerky, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Crown Trophy, Sutherland Chevrolet, Prep Spin, Double Dogs, and by UK Sports Medicine.